Hello, hello, welcome back for yet another episode of RV Life, What I Eat in a Week, brought to you by the Danae Collective. Hi, I'm Danae, and this is episode 21. Alright, and we're starting off our week by marinating the meats that I kind of forgot I had in my fridge. So I have some chicken drumsticks that I'm going to marinate. Those are actually still in the fridge for now. And then I had a buy one get one deal on pork loins, so I'm also going to be marinating those. They are both going to get their own unique marinade. That way I can utilize them into different dishes. First up is the chicken drumsticks. I am going to utilize quite a lot of garlic cloves between these two meats. So I mashed up, I think it was like 6 or 8 cloves, split that in half, added some red pepper flakes, Cajun seasoning, Old Bay, poultry seasoning, sage, read the ticker if you want everything. I don't remember them all. And for these drumsticks, I'm going to stab each one quite a bit because I want to make sure that some of that marinade, the word I'm looking for, permeates? No. Penetrates? Yeah, that's the word. Into the meat itself. Now, like I said at the beginning, the drumsticks are actually still in the fridge, so I gotta make sure I cook those soon. And then for the pork loins, I'm going with an Asian marinade. Alright, moving on to the pork, I am basically going to score each of these loins for the same reason that I did stab the drumsticks, because I want to make sure that the flavor gets into the center of the meat and doesn't just coat the outside. And I just love how clumsy I am, because now I have to clean 4 different spice bottles because they landed in the pork. How fun. Anyway, for the seasoning on the marinade, it is white pepper, black pepper. There's obviously the giant amount of garlic in there. There's honey, there's soy sauce, there's what's left of the mirin that I have. I end up adding Chinese 5 spice. And when I do actually go to cook the pork chops, pork loins, whatever, I end up adding Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. Just for one very specific recipe. I didn't want the Worcestershire sauce in there the entire time. So while the rest of the pork loins sit in the marinade for at least a day before I cook the rest of them, I am going to go ahead and just cook 4 pieces now to make 2 sandwiches. I know it seems like a lot, because it is a lot, because this was the only meal that I had that day, and your girl went a little heavy. It is what it is. So I end up sauteing off 2 of these thin pork loins per sandwich. Top that with hummus and sriracha and mayo and pickled onions and diced red cabbage, and what else was on there? Oh yes, my fried kimchi and green onion egg. So top that all off with some Daya shredded cheese, and I'll tell you, it looks delicious, and it was delicious. And it's a new day, so for this next pork recipe, I am doing a bibimbap bowl, which I hope I'm saying correctly. I had such a major obsession with bibimbaps for a while, because they're freaking delicious. If you don't know what that is, it is, I don't want to say specifically Korean. It's some certain levels of Asian culture that eat it. It's basically a mixed rice bowl is what it translates to. So you have fresh elements, you have rice, you have sauteed or pickled elements that go into it. So for this particular one, I have white rice, I've got mixed greens. By the way, if you do end up making yourself a bibimbap bowl, 100% put some microgreens in it. Mwah, delicious. I did not have that at this moment, but I have made quite a few bibimbap bowls in the last year, and the microgreens were a delicious topping to it. So anyway, moving on. I had what was left of some power greens, so I put that in there. I did this sauteed onions with king oyster mushrooms that had soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce on them, and kimchi I threw into that saute as well. I fried up 2 frozen eggs, which basically they look like they're poached, which to me is hilarious because I didn't put them in water. I did eventually add some water and soy sauce while they steamed, and all I gotta say is the eggs delicious. Had the perfect little jelly texture on one of them. The other one had an oozy oak. So an oak, ma'am, no, an oozy yolk. Yes, correct. Anyway, I done lost all train of thought. Okay, so I got a little ahead of myself there and started putting the greens in the bowl, having forgot that I should probably make space for the bowl of rice. So I had to take the greens back out, put the bowl of rice in, fought with the bowl that the rice was in because, you know, I did it the hard way. But look how cute that is so far. And I'm basically layering on all the different toppings. So you've got some chopped tomatoes, you've got the gochujang paste that's going to go over the rice, which as you like mix it in to the rest of the ingredients will add that spicy red pepper flavor. There's going to be some chopped cilantro on top. I'm going to put some green onion, the 2 eggs, some chopped pork, the sauteed veggies that I did, some radishes. If I had, well, actually, I don't know why I would need to think about it because I didn't have any. If I had cucumber still available, I could have done like a quick pickle cucumber. Didn't have that. I fully would have preferred sliced avocado. Didn't have that. What I did have was what I did have was guacamole. So put that in there to substitute for my avocado, drizzled it with sesame oil and some rice vinegar, and she looks gorgeous. So one of the biggest appeals of a bibimbap bowl is that obviously you mix it. So let's say you don't want a big bowl of mixed rice. You can actually just eat little like sections as you want. So maybe you just like have a spoonful of the meat with the veggies and the radish and the egg on top, like I end up doing in a second. Like, doesn't that look lovely? Or you could just mix it completely so that all of your toppings are properly incorporated and sauced up by the gochujang or whatever flavor component that you add to it. So I like it because it's very versatile. I could do whatever meat that I want, or I could make it a Buddha bibimbap bowl by doing tempeh or tofu. I don't really know why I suggest tempeh. I don't like tempeh. It's very crunchy, like nuts. Tofu, definitely. I have done a bibimbap bowl with tofu. Loved that. 100% recommend. Like I said earlier, microgreens really elevate this. Oh, so delicious. The only thing that I didn't have was like sesame seeds and the cucumbers, like I mentioned, or, you know, actual avocado, but it's neither here nor there. The bowl was still delicious. I hope you try it. Let me know what you think. Alright, well, while I try to write the state of my kitchen, why don't you join Jack living his best life bird watching, huh? Sound like fun? looks like we're at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching another episode of RV Life, What I Eat in a Week, brought to you by the Danae Collective. New episodes release every Sunday and Wednesday. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get notified of additional content. Have a great day. Bye.